when I started DJing, it was vinyl and it was the Technic 1210s. You've mentioned the CD thing. Obviously, when I've seen you many times and you've always been on vinyl, the times that I've seen you. But, I mean, moving forward to today's sort of technology where you have people using laptops rather than using, or they're using Tractor or they're using Ableton, or what's your feeling on that type of thing?
I remember when CDs came along, I thought, oh no, what's wrong with vinyl? But then Pioneer, and I said something in a Mixmax interview. So Pioneer got me to review the Pioneer CDJ 500, which is the original one, which had a flip open top. So you had to flip the top open, put the CD in, and close it. And I tried them out and thought, oh, this is really good. I can see the potential. And then next minute with the CDJ 1000s. But I was never happy with CDs, especially the original CDJ 1000s. I was never happy with them. But it's technology moving forward. You got to embrace it, I think. But then I realized that I could go back to vinyl if I used Serato or Tractor.
Yeah.
And loads of people said, oh, you got to try Tractor. But I said, well, I want to try Tractor and Serato. And I thought Serato was far superior. And I still do. Much, much better. Much, much more user-friendly. And you can do more, I think you do more tricks and messing about with it. So I started using Serato with vinyl. And it was great. But then it becomes a pain in the arse because when you get to a club, it's very rare you can get to a club before it opens and set your Serato and vinyl up. Usually you have to wait for the DJ to finish, and then you've literally got as long as his last record is to set it up. That's a pain in the backside. Or you tell the promoter that I need 2 Technics SL 1210s, but they need to be either side of the mixer, not at the other end, right? And I need somewhere to put my laptop, and I need a plug and all this stuff. And quite often you turn up to a gig and go, where's the turntables? Oh, I didn't think you really wanted them. Okay, I do want them. So then you got to plug Serato into the CDJs, and that's rubbish. That really is. But when the CDJ 2000s appeared, and then the Nexus 2000s, and now the 3000, well, I've stopped using Serato with vinyl because most clubs have got the CDJ 2000s, and you can just do so much with them. And you and you don't have to worry about feedback, or you don't have to worry about anything jumping. And there's no excuse now for people not to be able to put a decent mix together. But when I started out, all my contemporaries, they couldn't really mix vinyl for anything. They were rubbish at mixing it. But I could, because I listened to what the Americans were doing. I thought I can do that. And then I saw Curtis Mantronic do it on stage at Rock City in Nottingham, and I thought I can see what he's doing. So I started, just teaching myself how to mix. So that's why I've always been able to mix, which was very useful at the time, because it meant that I got gigs in America where a lot of British DJs couldn't get gigs in America, because if you can't mix in America, they'll boo you off. But there's a lot of snobbery about vinyl. It's bollocks, to be honest. If you play digital music on a great digital setup, the sound quality in a great sound system is better. As soon as you put vinyl on in a club now, it's not going to sound as good unless it's on a perfectly balanced deck with elastic bands to stop any rumbling or vibrations, right? I mean, yes, there are clubs that do cater for vinyl sets, but essentially a digital setups give you much more opportunity to mess about and have fun and loop and sample. And the new CDJ 3000 now, if I see a DJ playing on the 3000s and they mix and the keys clash, then I'm sorry that they deserve to get booed off, because with the CDJ 3000s, you can hear in your headphones, oh, the key's not right. So instead of choosing another record on the 3000, you can change the key, right? I've messed about with it. It's great. It's really good. I embrace technology. However, when we do Hacienda Classical, because it's a show, and I suppose going back to what you said earlier about me walking across the dance floor doing that, it's a spectacle. We've got an orchestra. So I use Serato with vinyl for the Hacienda Classical show, because then I can do scratching and cutting up that you can't, that doesn't look as good when you use a digital setup. But I think you've got to embrace technology. It democratizes the whole process, because when you democratize any process, it means any half-wit can claim to be a DJ or
Yeah, of course.
claim to be a music producer, and that's fine. I'm not knocking it. If you want to make music, great.
Yeah.
But just because you can put together a house beat with a funky bass line doesn't mean it's any good, you know.
No,